Hello, hi, my name is Mohd Ridhwan, bin Hazren. In this video, I will be presenting my final year project titled Latte Interactive Quiz and Exercise in Game-Based Learning. So as can be seen in the slide, I'm going to be explain 10 parts of the video. So first is introduction, problem statement, objective, and then methodology, proposed application, requirement analysis, usability testing, project demonstration, project achievement and future plan, and then I will conclude my presentation and in the final in the end of the presentation. So what Latte is? So Latte is a mobile application developed to help secondary school students by providing them with an interactive quiz during COVID-19 pandemic. The main aim of this project is to develop simple interactive educational game while implementing traditional mobile application development lifecycle or MADLC. So, what are the problem statements that lead me to do this project? Since 2019, the worldwide COVID-19 pandemic has touched all in industry. The same applies to the education. The school is closed to prevent the virus from spreading and keeping the whole community safe from the virus. Many schools are now asking if the resources used to offer online learning instruction, particularly web conference software, and can support their instructional programs and fulfill the unique requirement of students during this moment of social distance. Only few physics quiz games are aligned with the Malaysian education system available on the Google Play Store. Moreover, most of these apps contain in-app purchase, making less privileged students unable to afford them. As can be seen in this slide, this is the objective of this project. The game-based learning application, also known as Latte, is specifically designed to make learning session and learning process more interesting. Based on the problem statement specified previously, the objectives are: first, to design an interactive game-based learning system application on mobile platform for Form 5 physics students as alternative learning medium during the pandemic. The second one is to develop an interactive mobile game-based learning application called Latte on an Android platform. And the third objective is to evaluate the usability of Latte mobile game in game-based learning. Throughout this project, Mobile Application Development Lifecycle or MLDLC will be used to experiment and determine the success of development of game-based learning application. So the first one, identification. The identification phase is the stage during which the collection of ideas take place. The second one is design. Design is where a high fidelity wireframe of application will be developed. And then the third one is development. This is the phase where actual development will be done accordingly to the design and requirement. The fourth one is prototyping. Prototyping is to explore the different ways the app will work, how will it look like, and what the functionality it will be have. So next one is testing phase. The testing phase is the process of testing, help identify bugs, glitch, and errors in apps. And then development is the phase where to perform any final test before launching the app, set up account, and so on. The last one is the maintenance. The maintenance phase is important to maintain the app that are working well. Before beginning development on mobile application, the questionnaire was shared over a variety of social media sites, including WhatsApp and Discord. The total number of respondents who agree with the term and condition of survey who fill out the questionnaire was 59. The result of the survey later will be used in development process. In this figure shown, first figure 1 is learning experience during pandemic. More than 40% of the respondents stated that their learning process affected during COVID-19 pandemic. And the second figure is asking what is their preferable learning method, and 61% of the respondents prefer using mobile application more than traditional method to do quizzes. The activity diagram simplifies the description of concurrent activities and aid non-developer in the comprehending the system flow. User must create an account prior to using the program. After your account registration is complete, the user can log in into the application. As can be seen in this figure 3, this is the my activity diagram for latte. A use case diagram is a visual representation of a functional requirement of a system that use symbols such as actor and use case to demonstrate those requirements. As can be seen in this figure 4, this is a use case diagram for latte. For this use case diagram, we only have one actor, which is user. A sequence diagram shows different scenario in terms of how the classes interact with each other. So in the report, this is one of the latte sequence diagram for latte. This is a sequence diagram for edit setting. So at the profile page, as can be seen in the figure, at the profile page, the user has ability to edit and view the account. The latte application display the user current account information. User can modify the data and save it. New data will be updated in the database. So this is the sequence diagram. This is the class diagram for the latte. Based on this figure 6, the proposed application consists of single entity called user. Before gaining access to the suggested application, the user must either log in or register with a unique email address and password. The application allows registered user to take the available quiz or to use the application. The following users completion of the quiz, the total score will be presented. In the addition, registered user can modify the application settings, such as music volume or the language settings. The user also can modify the user account profile, which is the profile image and the username. Proposed application. The result of the first survey later be used in the development process, where the idea of the respondent is implemented into the app. So this is 6 features that already in the apps latte mobile application. So the first is user authentication, multi-language. Third one is gamification, such as scoreboard, point, then background music, animation, and visual questions. So as can be seen in this figure 7, this is the UI for main menu and quiz screen. On the left is main menu, where user will have 6 options to choose, which are play now, scoreboard, tutorial, tips, setting, and profile screen. While the right one is quiz screen, where the user doing the quiz in the apps. The proposed application will be tested using user acceptance testing, often known as UAT. There are 2 distinct forms of testing that carry out, namely functional testing and non-functional testing. Functional testing is carried out in the form of test case and focus on the quality testing of the proposed application. Non-functional testing, on the other hand, focuses on non-technical issues such as usability and the readiness of the proposed application. So as can be seen in this figure 13, this is one of the test case for the latte, test case for answering the quiz. Usability testing has been conducted to validate the latte system interface and functionalities. to provide the feedback on the entire system, user interface, user experience, and system usability scale or SAS questionnaire was distributed to 30 respondents. Based on the figures show, the first figure, age of respondent, majority of the respondent answering the survey is age 21 and above. In next figure, highest level of education, over 56.7% of the respondents have a bachelor degree or higher. It is important to have secondary school students to answer the survey, but it is also important to receive response from those who have previously attended secondary school, because they have also the same experience in the school, because especially matriculation and foundation students. The COVID-19 situation also caused the user testing process to be delayed and resulted in a minimal number of respondents, which is 30, only 30 of them. The user interface is the most important part of the mobile application. It is the first thing a user interacts with, and it needs to be well designed in order to make good impression. Figures show in the slide showed respondents on user interface. So in this presentation, I will be focusing on several questions, which is the first question is question 2, where the user is asked about the color scheme, icon, and image of the application. All 30 respondents agree that it is pleasing and not confusing. The next question is question 5. Is asking about the text font and size. Around 93.3% of the respondent, which is 28 out of 30, agree that the application contents are not crowded and easy to access. Finally, question 7, asking about overall interface. About 93.3% of the respondent agree that overall user interface are well designed and visually appealing. Figure 12 shows the summary of the response from the user on the functionalities of the proposed application latte. As the previous slide, I will be mentioning an important question. So the first question is question 1, login functionalities. At the beginning of the section, the user is asked about the functionalities of the login and registration function. About 90% of the respondents agree that the login and registration functionalities work smoothly. Also, in the application, the auto login function is implemented to help the user to use the application easily every time the user close or open the application. So for the second question is question 3, the volume functionalities. The music background features is implemented to help the user maintain concentration while answering the quiz questions. In addition, the volume control feature will give the user the option to turn down or turn off the volume if they wish to take the quiz while using the different music apps. So this will be quite pleasing for the user. And the last question is question 4, multi-language question, multi-language functionality. Based on the first survey, some of the users prefer the English language as their learning language, and some of them prefer Malay. But for this survey, about 93.3% of the respondents agreed that multi-language question did help them in understanding physics subject. Also, the question also will have two type of question, which is in English and Malay language, so the user can answer or do the quiz based on their preferable language. System Usability Scale or SAS is well-established questionnaire that has been adopted by other researchers in their projects as a valid method for testing system usability. It was created by Brook in 1996 and has since been thoroughly tested in a variety of settings, including website, LMS, and even mobile devices. As can be seen in Table 12 or Figure 12, the average SAS score obtained from the survey is 69.92, which is in the SAS adjective rating in the Figure 11. It is located between OK and good. The evaluation on why the SAS score is not higher than expected or has already been done, and the most major contributors to poor SAS score are the lack of user feedback. In order not to have negative impact on the overall usability of the system, it is important to ensure that user feedback and respondent participation in the system usability testing is as high as possible. It is only 30 respondents answer the question form. This issue can be avoided in future project survey. So this is the last question in the survey, which is asking the respondent on the overall experience using Latte. So this figure shows that 28 respondents, or 93.3% of the respondents, had a high level of satisfaction towards the application. About 18 out of 13 respondents very satisfied using the application. From this question, it is proof that this application really satisfies the respondents, and this will have the chances of the successful of this project. Now we will be proceed with the project demonstration for Latte mobile application. Enjoy the video. I hope you enjoyed the project demonstration video. So let's proceed with project achievement. So project achievement is an evaluation to see if the objective of the project is achieved. So the objective of the project is we have three objectives, which is first, to design an interactive game-based learning system application mobile platform for Form 5 physics student as an alternative learning medium during a pandemic. So for the first objective, the design of application is obtained from user, where the application has interactive quiz, scoreboard, customizable settings to make it suitable for all users. So the design is already been done. So first objective is achieved. Second objective is to develop an interactive mobile game-based learning application called Latte on Android platform. So Latte mobile application is successfully developed based on the user requirement and features plan. This second objective is achieved. Then the last objective is to evaluate the usability of Latte mobile game in game-based learning. So Latte usability is tested through user acceptance testing, and feedback gathered indicate that this project is successful. Future plan. Although the Latte application was developed using the survey results of the respondents, there are still features and adjustments that may be added to the mobile application. Firstly, to develop a less complicated quiz system. The quiz system can be improved by quiz modification in the future. Secondly, develop a multiplayer quiz. A multiplayer quiz game will make the learning process more interesting, where the user can compete with other users. Lastly, adding more subjects into the app. More subjects should be added to the application to attract more students to use the Latte as their alternative learning material. So in the end of the presentation. So in conclusion, I think Latte mobile app really can help students in the learning process. It is not only effective but also very entertaining for them to use the apps. So this app can make learning more fun and enjoyable. This application also will encourage other developer in Malaysia to develop more or creating more new application like Latte. So overall, that's it for my presentation for final year project 2. If you have any question, you can comment below down in this descriptions. I think that's it for it. Okay, thank you very much. Have a good day.